about to give them what they want. I don't think they're ready for this though. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chasers. So check it out, fam. This topic right here about Larry Wheels seems to be the hot topic today. So I want to go ahead and give my little 10 cents on the situation, okay? But before we do, go ahead and make me a smoothie, because as you see, I'm dressed for the gym. I'm about to make me a smoothie. We're gonna talk about this shit. All right, fam. Also, GF Way. Hold up. GF Way. Just got word from TigerFitness.com that it should be restocking in 1 to 2 weeks. So everybody that supports me in GAF Way, you support Pump Chaser Supps, don't forget to go fuck with it. Go to TigerFitness.com and get 30! So them bitches minimum. Alright? Yeah. Gonna get ready to train pretty soon. Shout out to Metroflex, man. Shout out to Brian Dobson. Really been showing me great love up there lately. So guys, let's talk about this Larry Wheels situation. The last time we talked about Larry Wheels was 2021 when a guy, I believe his name was Ryan Crowley, tore his pec on an incline bench. Now, some of the shit matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link to that video in the description. Some of the shit I said probably went over a lot of you guys' heads. Some of you guys were like, oh, Chris, he's on that hippie shit right now. He's lost his mind. Go watch that video. Peep the game I was spitting in that video. I'm gonna share this little clip with you right here. I told you guys many times, there's a bodybuilder born every day, which is why I stayed to my core of personal training. Personal training will never go out of style, because there's gonna always be somebody new that want to join this lifestyle that don't know anything. With that said, we are in 2021. 2020 was the great reveal, the great awakening. Now we are on year number 1. And there are poles that are gonna be set, meaning people's mistakes are gonna be used to teach you a lesson. This is nothing new. This has been going around since the beginning of time. I write quotes on my walls to keep me motivated, you feel me? Because words have power. Check this out. Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome didn't fall in a day either. Learn from the mistakes of the past, but most of all, learn from the mistakes of your past. People often make mistakes, so you don't have to make them. So there's a saying that goes, smart men learn from their mistakes, but wise men learn from the mistakes of others. I'm enlightened, because to be real with you, that is the first time I've seen a pec tear on camera on an incline bench. Now, I've seen it on a flat bench. I've heard stories of people tearing their shit doing dips, but I've never seen the shit on camera doing an incline bench. I have been enlightened. Like I said in that video, guys, we had a great reset in 2020. And since energy is literally consciousness as well, you're gonna see a lot of minds changing. You're just gonna see things changing, energy shifts all across the board. When things happen above, they also happen below as well. As above, so below. You just saw with Jeff's side, what are the odds? Do the numbers, fuck the bullshit, do the numbers. What are the odds of Mr. Aesthetic? Aesthetics over anything. No, not my bad. Aesthetics over everything. That was Jeff Side's motto. What are the odds of somebody like that ever getting fat? Fuck the shit, fuck the reasons he gave you. Cause like I said, there's a lot of holes in his fucking story. We're not gonna go there today. But aesthetics over everything. Got fat, right? Well, fat to his standards. I personally don't think he looked that bad, you know? Larry Wheels, this guy's not even 30 years old yet, already talking about cutting back on his steroid use. Don't you guys think that's a little weird? This guy has literally built his brand from the ground up off of abusing PEDs and hitting impressive PRs in the gym. He wouldn't been hitting those impressive PRs in the gym, by the way, without the PED abuse. Not saying he doesn't work hard, by the way, but he would have not been putting up those godly amounts of weight without the fucking PED use. And that's a fact. His brand is called PR, which stands for personal record. Don't you find it a little odd? That shift in energy, he's talking about cutting back on his shit. That's the shit that give him power. Let's just keep it 100. We see these superheroes and shit. That's his motherfucking secret weapon. He's trying to cut back on his secret weapon. You know? Now look, I'm not going to dig too deep on his reasons. That's something he's going to have to share with you on his own. But let me tell you this, and I won't make this video too long. Just like in that Bible, right? I'm not trying to bring the Bible in this, but I love the Bible because it has so much wisdom in that shit. That still, the wisdom in that book still stands today. Because one thing about life, human nature never changes. I don't give a fuck if it's fucking year 1220 or 2020 or 3220. Human nature don't fucking change. And with that said, and just like they give you characters in the Bible to kind of learn lessons from, that game has never stopped. The universe literally gives you characters to learn lessons from. Math is a universal language. Math is a universal language. And just like math has prime numbers, the universe will give you prime examples. The universe will give you prime examples. Every time I think about pushing myself when my back is a little tight. No disrespect to the great Ronnie Coleman, but I think about him as a prime example. It is what it is. And if you bodybuilders ever have a heart scare, right? And you go back to using PEDs and abusing them anyway, no disrespect to John Meadows, rest in peace, but think about him. He had a warning before he died and he's dead now. You know? The universe will give you prime examples to learn lessons from. Whether those lessons are good lessons or bad lessons. You don't want to make the fucking mistake of letting your ego carry you on. Don't let your ego drive you and fuck around and become a cautionary tale for everybody else to learn from. I'm not quite sure what Larry Wills is going through, but hopefully whatever it is he's going through, he follows his heart and his heart only. Hopefully he doesn't let his ego drive him and guide him into becoming a cautionary tale for people like myself and others to learn from. Whatever you're doing, Larry, I hope you're following your heart, brother. Because again, I'm not going to dig too deep in this shit. Trust me, my eye don't miss. I'm not going to dig too deep in this shit. But I can just tell by his story, so many holes in that story. He's obviously having an internal battle, and whatever he's going through, I hope he gets through that shit. Real talk. Because again, I find it very odd. He's not even 30 yet. Cutting back on his super juice. You know, talking about he want to see how far he can push the shit without the drugs or cutting back on the drugs. Let's get one thing understood. This is really why I'm talking about the shit. I don't like the clickbait stuff. On the video title, let me look at the title before. I don't want to misquote him. I don't want to misquote him. Look at this title real quick. Yeah, it said stop steroids, right? But you watch the video, he's pretty much just he's just cutting back on the dosages. Let's get one thing straight for the young generation, for the up and coming lifters. TRT, HRT, that's still fucking steroids. Point blank period. It makes me laugh every time I see some bodybuilders talking about, I'm not on steroids anymore, I'm just on a little TRT. That's motherfucking steroids. I'm not on steroids, I'm just on you're on fucking steroids. The body is a temple, guys. The body is a temple. Just like my house is a temple. And this temple right here has something called ground wire. So much power, electricity come from the bottom. And guess what, guys? These are temples as well. Brain and spine is essentially what we are made of. Arms and shit, legs, these are fucking attachments. Brain and spine is what we essentially are made of. So with that said, as above, so below. That coding system, that shit applies to us. Notice at the very top of our spine, we have a head. Notice at the very bottom of the spine, we have another head, that little head. Hey, that little head can get you in a lot of trouble. Trust me, I know. It's best to stick with this big head, by the way. That's a whole other story for a whole other video. As above, so below. At the bottom of this spine, I have a little head, and at the top of this spine, I have a big ass head. As above, so below. And just like we have glands inside of this brain, at the bottom of this fucking spine, I have glands, those testicles. And guess what that is? Ground wiring. So much electricity and power comes from those balls. So if your balls are not working no more, trust and believe, you're out the natural game. Just take it for what it is. It is what it is. You signed up for that shit. Once your testicles are so smoked out, once you abuse your body with man-made drugs so harshly that you can't even produce your own test, natural shouldn't even come out your mouth. Or I stopped steroids shouldn't even come out your mouth. You're going to be taking steroids the day you fucking die. Unless you want to have a low quality of life. You're going to be taking these man-made drugs to the day you die. Once them testicles, once your ground charging system ain't working no more. This is my ground wiring system. And guess what? This divine flow of testosterone, this divine flow of energy comes from somewhere. You literally cut yourself off from that divine source of energy flow when you play with these man-made fucking drugs, guys. So again, just like the Bible gives us characters to learn from, we have now social media. One, because a lot of people don't like to read. I personally like to read, but I really love audiobooks. And we have YouTube as well. So we can watch these characters now. Now we can see what life is like for Larry, cutting back on the test. We saw how life was when he was fully pumped up on the shit. Now we're going to see how he performs on lower dosages. So we can all learn. Because the universe is going to give us prime examples. I just hope he can weather the storm, because I'm willing to bet that takes a toll on your psyche. Takes a toll on your mental health, seeing yourself become a weaker version of your former self, especially when you're still young. You know, we're going to learn a lot from watching Larry Wheels, and I hope he can weather the storm. And like I said, whatever he's going through eternally, I truly hope the best for him. This man has never wronged me. You know, for the most part, he seems positive on camera. I wish him nothing but the best. But facts are facts, children. Learn from everybody. Learn from everybody's wins. Learn from everybody's losses, so you don't become a cautionary tale. A lot of your favorite influencers, myself included, have made mistakes, so you don't have to fucking make them. And that's the end of this video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish my smoothie. Now, before I go, guys, I want to make an announcement. I'm going to be in Tennessee this week, August 26th. And August 27th, that's Friday and Saturday. It's going to be 2 open gyms at 2 different gyms. We're going to have free food, supplement samples, all around good vibe. We're going to get good pump. We're going to be taking pictures. Anybody got any questions, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Alan Roberts is going to be there, and Mark Lowblotter. Okay, I have the information on the screen. And I will have the information in description. If you can make it to Tennessee, or if you're close by, pull the fuck up for these good vibes. Free food, outright bars, supplement samples, and fucking weights. I mean, what more do you want? And it's free to get in. Pull the fuck up. And at the end of this video, don't forget to like my shit, comment, subscribe, buy 30 of them bitches. Because Bruno, guys, he is running low on them treats, and you can help him out. Peace. fuck up these weights.